What's up, guys? I want to welcome you all to Colquitts Corner. Dedicating this channel to all retail traders like myself. Basically, want to go over my trades, what I'm doing, my experiences, and also get some feedback from you guys. At the end of the day, I remember when I first started, I was sitting in a Barnes & Noble looking at YouTube channels. Didn't know anybody that knew this business. I was waiting tables and, really interested in this whole experience of the stock market. My buddy first got me started looking at Forex. I started with that, and then I got into a whole world of things. There's so much things out there to go over. It's all overwhelming, especially when you're trying to learn all that on your own, and then get out there and play with real money. That's a lot of risk. Honestly, it's gambling in a lot of ways. It's a thin line between that and actually being a real trader. And since 90% of all retail traders fail, I thought it'd be interesting to go ahead and share my experience and get that out there and, see what kind of feedback we get. Even more so right now, because we have the whole coronavirus, which is causing the stock market to crash. And most people are panicking and freaking out. I get it. But at the same time, to me, I see this as an opportunity to get in and find some areas, but at the same time, you still have to be careful. You definitely want to make some educated moves and don't just jump in based on emotions. 100% definitely need to keep your emotions out of it. That's why the stock market's crashing, is based on a lot of the people panicking. But this reminds me what around the time when I first got into the stock market or interested in the stock market was back in 2008. And when I was looking at Citigroup, and it was like $5 and some change. And I kept thinking to myself, man, I'd love to buy right now, but I didn't even know how to do a simple purchase. I didn't even know who to even get in touch with. I didn't know what to do. I just watched that whole time go by without really knowing what to do. And a part of it was intimidation and fear too, even when I did finally figure out, because I just didn't know enough about it. Didn't really have any mentors early on. Didn't really have anybody around me that could teach me that stuff. I just kind of felt like that was kind of one of those elitist things where if you have money, you're around those type of people, they help you save money. But as far as just regular people like myself, I don't know. I didn't know who to really talk to. I didn't know who to really share. I definitely had some other people that had some stocks. My dad, some other old people, of course, but they all had that, buy low. They got in, they hold on to it, part of their 401k, retirement, things like that. Man, I was a little bit more. I was interested in those things, but I was also just as much as interested in being a day trader as well, and just being in and out of that market. Of course, that excitement of it, I think, is the same thrill probably maybe some poker players get. But I learned down the road that that's not really the mentality you need to have. Slow and steady, low risk, high reward, things like that. It's just some things I learned over time, and also back testing to build your confidence. So, again, these are all experiences that I took on, and I'm just as interested in everybody else's experience. I'd love to see the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe even bring you on and a live feed and have you tell me about your experience and what you learned, some of your successes, some of your not so great successes. What'd you learn? I always feel like, and I've always been taught, you learn from your losses. And a lot of things I've learned about the stock market, I carry in my own personal life today. You always learn from your losses. You're gonna lose, and if you don't learn from your losses and you keep making the same mistake, that's borderline insanity. I think we over celebrate our wins and we don't understand our losses enough. So again, I want to hear from everybody else as well as share mine, and that's really what I'm dedicating this channel to. What Colquitts Corner is going to be about is holding some accountability to my trades. I'll share them on my Twitter at Colquitts Corner. I'll post all my trades there, review my trades. I will also love to talk about things in the market that's going on, trends, topics. I love researching old recessions. Maybe now's a good time to start talking about things like that. All the above, and even bringing people on to talk about what they have in their experience as well, so we can all learn. Because again, at the end of the day, I remember that feeling when I first started getting into this, and I was researching all over YouTube, reading all these books. It would have just been nice to have somebody to talk to. So maybe I can be that voice as well, and somebody can lean on to and share my experiences. I could definitely give you a lot of don'ts, but I can definitely give you some dues too. So thank you for joining me. This is Colquitts Corner. I look forward to kicking off this channel with you guys.